Welcome back to the channel, YouTube family. We are here with another video around drip and animal farm. This time I wanted to look in to see exactly what Forex has been working on previously before the drip project and see what he has actually built his credentials on. Now, per Forex, he has been the backing consultant on a lot of other projects for a lot of different years. Here I actually found a conversation that he had with Crypto Mischief. In this video, he goes into exactly how he got started and why he didn't want to dox himself. I really appreciate his candidness and coming out and explaining exactly where his point of view comes from. Now, this is a really long interview, so if you guys want to watch the whole thing, I would suggest going to Crypto Mischief's website and checking it out. But for today, we're going to react to this small clip of exactly why Forex has not KYC'd.
Actually, this same question was asked by three people, which is quite interesting. Okay. So, people often say the creator of drip is not known other than by a screen name.
True.
He's a mysterious man.
Mysterious.
Some people use this as a reason not to invest. I do my best to defend drip and say that Bitcoin and PancakeSwap are successful projects with anonymous debts. Right. But I'm curious as to what you have to say when you hear this. Have you ever considered doxing yourself to help drip?
No, I don't think in the long run it is a help to have a dox dev. I think with the current gray area of regulation, the continuous changing of regulation, I think having a dox dev is more of a vulnerability than a benefit. And I think that someone like myself can stand on the merits of their work and their long history in the space operating under this name more than a name. You know, it's very easy to buy an ID and to get a KYC. I could spend a couple $1,000s right now and have a full ID, full KYC, and you know, I could have my cousin come on screen. I could use his IDs. You know, there's no way that anybody can confirm that that was me, even if I gave my ID.
Correct.
So there has to be that element of trust there. If you're going to put trust in the developer, I say put your trust in the contracts which are trustless. If you do need that trust of the developer, if you need to trust the developer, which I do think is important because, you know, this is a fully functional, fully operational project that does not rely on me. I could die right now. Drip still functions on. We do have some cool things planned in the future.
Well, fingers crossed Forex doesn't die right now, but what he's getting around to is this is a full project. It isn't just something that's running out of his basement. If he were to kick rocks and just fall over dead, Lord help us, it's not like everything would just freeze and crash and burn to the ground. So that's really what he's getting to in that morbid example there.
Right. So I would say if you get this question brought up to you, I would tell the person to go look on my Discord.
And this is a valid question, you guys. Don't think of this as FUD or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with asking valid questions, and he's not really getting defensive at all. He's like, yeah, this is a valid question, and I'll explain to you why.
You know, I'll give you the link for my Discord. Go look at all the other groups I'm a part of. Go look at the projects that I've developed. Go look at the projects I've advised, some of the larger projects in the space. BlockCloud, TrustSwap, MahaDAO, RioDAO. I've worked as an admin for the largest venture capitalist group in crypto. I handled the pre-sale raised millions of dollars for Black Dragon's DAO group, which is a DAO group that's been around since 2016 when they were starting the first initial IPO. They were involved. I've worked for and raised capital for dozens and dozens and dozens, over 30 projects where I've raised tens of millions of dollars for them. So, you know, I've been working in the space for about 9 years now.
Yeah.
6 years as a developer and about 3 years before I was developing, trading and helping people learn how to trade. I never charged people for trading education. I always thought it was kind of a prop, you know, not because you can't do it right. You can do it right and charge for education, but the majority of people don't. The majority of people are selling repackaged garbage projects and garbage systems. I saw that, and I I had been a successful trader. I was trading Bitcoin and Forex at the time. This is like 9 years ago. And I had a bunch of friends coming to me who were interested in learning to trade.
That's interesting. Here we go. Here's another person that used to be a trader and has now moved into different things. That's really interesting. Now, again, it's not really that surprising considering the relationship between the two. A lot of people try to take crypto away from trading and vice versa. Honestly, they really are just like brothers and sisters. They do go a little bit their own way, but come on, man.
I decided that I would start a Discord group and start just posting my trades and start answering questions for them.
There you go.
And I was active in some other communities as well. Before long, I had 10 people, 20 people, 100 people joining my Discord group. And we're all talking about learning how to trade, the majority of them trying to learn my system and just learn about trading from me. And I did that for years until early 2018. Before early 2013, I was developing indicators. I was developing trading systems, which I never sold. I always released open source because I made my money trading with them and using them. Then in early 2018, a friend that I knew that was a developer wanted to host a pre-sale. I got invited to a group to be part of hosting this pre-sale. And since then, I just, leveraged my connections in the space to get connected with more developers. And since I had a knowledge of developing and of markets, which is something that's actually relatively rare in the space, a lot of developers don't have a good understanding of trading and markets.
They don't.
And a lot of people who have an understanding of trading and markets.
You can sit there and type code all day, man, but unless you've been in the market, you're really not going to understand it at all. You're going to see a lot of people making YouTube videos, looking at candles, looking at lows, and saying, oh, this is forming this is doing this. Have you traded stocks? Do you know how the market moves in cycles? Do you know why it's actually making this pattern? That's one of the questions I always ask. I'm not a professional. I've traded stocks a lot more than I've done anything DeFi related, so I'm definitely a lot more proficient in that, and I can absolutely relate to what Forex just said there. A lot of these people doing the development, they just know how to write code, which again, that's something that I'm not even close to being on their level. But I promise you, there's a lot of guys I see on YouTube trying to do price analysis. All they're doing is drawing straight lines at a low. Why did it make the low? What did that coincide with? What is the future outlook of that? That's the things that I want to look at.
Don't have a good understanding of developing. So I kind of had an interesting set of skills that I could leverage that got me involved as in advisor roles and hosting a lot of these pre-sales. So I did that for years. I did that for about 3 years. And then we had a RFI, a project which was a reflective token, the first token to do reflective rewards correctly. There was a project called Ying, and then a project called Yang, a project called Yin Yang. All these projects were the first projects to try to do
a project called
rewards,
Ying.
But they didn't. They couldn't figure out a way to make it so the liquidity pool was also getting these reflective rewards. So it created an arbitrage situation where people could essentially drain the liquidity pool. RFI was the first project to figure out reflective rewards in the correct way.
Right.
And within a week after that, I launched my first project, which was introducing a deflationary model to the reflective reward system. That project is called REAP, R34P.
And it's been around for a minute. It's
still up. It's up about 200x from where it launched. And this is like almost 2 years ago. Yeah. So, I've been working in space for a long time. My projects have all performed very, very well. And even my first project that I ever launched is still up almost 200x. And, we're about to have a pre-sale, which is exclusive to people who hold the REAP token.
Yes, you should tell people about that.
Yeah, I will.
And that was the farm.
So even to this day, the first token I ever launched about 2 years ago.
So I'm going to pause it right there, you guys. I wanted to keep this short and sweet. We did go a little bit long, but that is really the reason that he has not doxed himself yet. He says, base your opinion on him on his past projects. Now again, it's not like I know the guy personally. I really just have to go off the same information that you guys do. I've only been in drip and this yield farming for a very short time, so I'm still very cautious when I stick my toes into the waters. I'm not somebody that just throws their money around because my money was not that easy to earn. Just from what I've seen, I love listening to him talk. Again, it's really one of those things. You guys let me know how you feel in the comments of whether or not you would like your developer to be doxxed, and if that actually affects you when you look at different projects. So I will post this link for this video down below, you guys. From the entire thing is quite a long video, but I would definitely suggest giving it a watch. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Take care.